Welcome to another one of my trip reports. Today I will be flying with Garuda Indonesia on a Boeing 777 in business class. Today's trip report began at Jakarta's Soekarno-Hatta Airport Terminal 1. Jakarta's Soekarno-Hatta Airport is the main airport serving the city of Jakarta on the island of Java. It is also the largest airport in Indonesia. The airport has 3 terminals. All terminals serve domestic routes, but only Terminal 3 is the international terminal, where I will be flying from today. Today I arrived at Terminal 1, and my next scheduled flight was departing from Terminal 3. To get there, the airport has a monorail system called the Sky Train, linking all the terminals and the airport's dedicated train station. Along the way, I spotted several different aircraft, such as these Lion Air Airbus A330-900 Neos. About 20 minutes later, we pulled into Terminal 3's station. This specific terminal was opened to the public in 2016 and is located on the eastern side of the airport. The terminal is able to handle 25 million passengers each year. As previously stated, today I will be flying in business class with Garuda Indonesia. I decided to bid for an upgrade on this flight so I could show you what they offer on this route. After heading into the terminal, I was stopped by airport security and had to pass my backpack through a screening machine. I was later told by a fellow traveller that the machines outside are for pests and they use ultraviolet light to kill them. After being allowed entry into the terminal, I swiftly made my way to check in to receive my boarding pass, and afterwards I made my way to security, which had a designated business class line. After clearing security, I made my way towards the departures hall. Immediately after security, there are shops and places to eat. Presumably, this is equivalent to duty-free. After heading down the escalators, I arrived at the business class lounge. The business class lounge is basically a long corridor with adequate seating for all. There's a buffet station, a bread station, a specialized chef, a barista, as well as business rooms, toilets, and showers. Today's menu includes pineapple jelly, fresh fruit, boiled potatoes, curried coconut chicken pieces, rice, cooked vegetables, sambal olek, or otherwise known as red chili paste, tea, coffee, and water, as well as many types of bread, such as baguettes, sourdough, and whole grain. Today I opted to try it all, except the red chili paste, because I didn't want to die before boarding. I did end up trying the paste back in Bali, and it was way too hot for my palate. My verdict was the chicken pieces were spicy, but not over the top. The rice was moist and the vegetables were delicious. The pineapple jelly, however, was grainy, and the bread was stale. Whilst enjoying my food, I decided to connect to the airport Wi-Fi, which I was stunned at how fast it was. So I decided to run a speed test and got an upload speed of 34.57 megabytes per second. The toilets in the lounge were very clean and had a very floral smell. The showers were also clean, though someone did forget their toiletries. Before long, I decided to order a coffee from the barista, which wasn't as nice as the coffee that I had in the Qantas lounge in Cairns, but it still was very nice. Unfortunately, my time in the lounge had come to an end, as boarding was near. I made my way down to the gate for today's flight. As I arrived at the gate, I got my first glimpse of the aircraft that'll be flying me back to Bali. Today's aircraft is a Boeing 777-300ER, registered Papa Kilo Golf India Kilo. The aircraft was delivered to Garuda in 2016, making it 6 years old. This particular aircraft is painted in Garuda's retro livery with this awesome cheat line across the whole aircraft. However, it was initially painted in the standard Garuda Indonesia livery. Not long after, the boarding call was made. As this aircraft is in a two-class configuration, business class passengers were invited to board first. Upon boarding, I was given a warm welcome by the crew and was escorted to my seat. Here is my seat for this afternoon's flight, 11 kilo. The seat is made out of fabric and is very comfy. Each seat has 73 inches of pitch and 16 inches of width, which is more than enough room to stretch out. There is a coat hook and a tray table that folds and moves out of the way for ease of movement. There is also enough room to eat and work, but not at the same time. There is a remote control and adjustments for the seat. The reading light and flight attendant call button are located on the seat and are not above like I'm used to in economy. There is also a massive area next to the seat for whatever you bring on board. And the individual reading light is located here. The noise-cancelling headphones are just beside you. The screen is fairly responsive, however there is a limited choice of movies and TV shows. Most are Indonesian shows. I chose Inception. Soon, the crew offered a bottle of water as a welcome drink.
Tolongan maju untuk menutup mulut dan hidung. Bila batuk atau bersin, Bapak Ibu dapat.
Not long after, the doors were closed and we commenced our pushback. Take a listen to the startup of these beautiful GE90 engines. After the engines had started and the flaps were set, we commenced our taxi to runway 25 right via November Charlie 3, November Papa 2 and November 1. Just prior to our takeoff, a CityLink Airbus A320 bound for Kendari departed. Now please enjoy this unedited takeoff footage. After departure, we turned right, turning east towards Bali. Flight time today is 1 hour and 29 minutes, covering a distance of 684 miles or 1,101 kilometers, cruising at flight level 370. Whilst turning right, the right side of the aircraft was treated to views of Jakarta and the airport we just departed from. Not long after, the crew started their in-flight meal service. I asked for the traditional Indonesian meal, which was ayam bakar, which basically is caramelized chicken served with rice and vegetables. I was also served a small cake and another bottle of water. The chicken was very moist and the rice wasn't too dry. The cake was vanilla flavored and was very moist and tasty. I was also handed an alcoholic wipe. As we continued to fly east, we passed by several volcanoes including Gunung Slamet and Gunung Sindoro. There are 10 bathrooms on board. 3 are dedicated to business class and 7 are for economy. The business class bathroom is very large, with everything you'd expect for an aircraft bathroom. However, being in business, there are amenities such as cologne and hand lotion. Soon, we passed over the small village of Tanjung Awarawa. On board the aircraft, there are 367 economy seats in a 333 configuration and 26 business class seats in a staggered 121 configuration. Soon, we commenced our descent over Probolinggo. Now, enjoy this unedited landing footage onto runway 9. We taxied back to the terminal via November 3 and the main taxiway to gate 1 Alpha. Stepping off this plane was a bittersweet moment, as I didn't want to leave, but I was glad to be back. So how did Garuda Indonesia do? Garuda is a 5-star airline according to Skytrax, and it is 100% the case. The business class flight was very enjoyable. From the moment I approached check-in to the moment I left the terminal, everyone was happy and grateful I joined them on this flight. During descent, I was given a piece of paper for evaluation of the flight, and to the crew of that flight, if you're watching, hi there, you guys were awesome. Garuda Indonesia is so far my 3rd favourite airline behind Swiss and Air New Zealand. Their hospitality and service was, in a word, flawless. My only criticism is that the food was a little lacking in comparison to Virgin Australia business class. Overall, this was an excellent flight, and this is one airline I'm definitely looking forward to travelling with again. Please like, comment and subscribe if you enjoy my videos, and I hope to see you in the next one. See you later!